Hello everyone, I'm Lola Reza and this is Watching and Reading. I'm here to review this Nollywood movie. I am Anis. This movie starts with Anishola. She's 17 years and she's kind of like a stubborn child. She's the only child of her father. Her mom is late. So, youthful exuberance, teenage exuberance. Anishola is the kind of child that skips school. She's always hanging out with her friends outside of school. She doesn't concentrate. And her father, I think her father is a carpenter, is trying her best to give her the best education, the best life. But she just chose to be frustrating. She chose to be unappreciative. And at a point, we can hear her. She wished that it was her father that was unalived instead of her mom. So I'm guessing that it's the frustration that her mother is unalive that is making her to act out the way she acts out. And she frustrated the hell out. I can't explain it enough. Like she frustrated the hell out of her father. There was a time that her father came back from work. Her father came back from work. He met her in his house with like 4 or 5 guys, and they were drinking and everything. So the father then orders the guys to leave his house. And Anishola was like, oh, she has come to spoil his fun and whatever. He was able to send the guys away. And then Anishola was shouting at him. So when he was trying to chastise her, Anishola pushed him. And to the father, that was the height. He couldn't take anymore. So he got the police to arrest her. So the police took her away. They locked her up in the cell. And she stayed there overnight. So the cell that she was put in, she met this guy called Bobby. And Bobby asked what she was doing there. So she explained everything that happened. And Bobby told her, oh, okay, when it comes to parents, this is not the way you act. When you are dealing with parents, you act the way they want you to act. And they are going to give you freedom to do whatever you want to do. So that was what Bobby told her. And she went back home. She collected his number. They were both released on the same day. She collected his number. She went back home and she started acting like a good child. She prepared breakfast for her father before going to school. And her father was really, really impressed, thinking that she had changed. But what happened was that Anishola was not going to school. She dressed up in her school uniform. She left the house and then she go and meet up with Bobby, change into housewear, and then they go partying, they go clubbing and whatnot. So she started to seriously date Bobby, right? And Bobby told her that he will marry her. The thing is that the father, what happened was that the father had checked, Anishola's teacher had come to tell the father that Anishola hadn't been in school for like 2 weeks. So before Anishola came back from wherever she was coming from, the father went to check her wardrobe and he saw that Anishola had new clothes, trinkets and all that. So when Anishola came back, he asked her who got you all these things? She said, it's Bobby. And the father asked, who can be Bobby? It was also funny.
Who be Bobby?
So Anishola brought Bobby to introduce to her father.
So you're the one preventing my daughter from going to school, eh? School that I am working hard, struggling, slaving for my own shop to pay her school fees.
Daddy.
Come, shut up your mouth. You're talking. So, Bobby, so what do you do? I mean, because I say all the things where you buy for them, where you get money to buy those kind of things.
Oh, come on. All those is like peanuts. I'm a businessman. Yeah.
Yeah, businessman. Which business?
I do it all. Just name it. I do all the kind of business you could think about.
So for short, you're a 419.
No, Daddy.
Come on, talk. What you say?
Come on. Look, I'm an honest man. I'm as honest as can be. Yeah. Look, I live a very clean, pure life.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, Daddy.
Who you call Daddy? Come on, who you call Daddy? Are you okay? You will say we be the same age. Not be what you have been. Not be what you did. So
No.
If we look at very well, you feel old past me.
No.
Why are you calling Daddy?
That scene was so funny. I laughed. And Anishola was like, you know what? I know my father is going to accept you and whatnot. And I'm like, oh my God. This lady is so young and so gullible and so naive. I just wish she could just see the nonsense that she's doing. Oh my God. Anyway, in the end, Anishola got pregnant for Bobby. Her father threw her out of the house and told her to go and sleep with Bobby because he can't be taking care of her and be taking care of her child. So she had no choice. She went to meet Bobby, right? And Bobby accepted her. So they were staying together and whatnot. And then one night, this lady comes to the house and she told, with a gun in her hand, she held them hostage. And she told Anishola that Bobby went to America, stole all her money and everything and ran back to Nigeria. So she's here to get everything that Bobby stole. And the lady actually sent Anishola out to get out with her things. And by this time, Anishola was heavily pregnant. So Anishola had to leave and, she faced this very hard life. She left, she went back to her father's house. Her father refused to accept her. So she was back to the street. She went to her friend's aunt, Amaka. So she went there. And Amaka said, don't worry, she'll sort Anishola out and whatnot. And that's how Anishola was introduced to this very hard life that she was not proud of. Oh my God. Oh, the film is just... Anyway, the way the movie went, we're seeing the present and then we're being shown flashbacks. So it was like present, past, for us to understand some of these things. So Adetola like really lived this really hard life, but in the end, she was able to get herself together. After some time, after being an adult, she was able to get herself together. She went to school, she got a good job, and from there she was able to establish herself. She was wealthy, and she had a son, David. And the son actually came to introduce the woman he wanted to marry to her, Yobosa. So on the day of the introduction, they were there, and then Yobosa's uncle, Ojofo, then recognizes Anishola, but he was not referring to her as Anishola, he was referring to her.
You be Juicy, Juicy J.
There were some things that he revealed on the day of the introduction that was just so embarrassing.
Oh boy, yes, he live. I just, try to reconnect with person where I know way back. This woman, we been live together for Ubagwe side that year. I believe me, who see truth may talk am.
Wait, mom. Are you saying you know each other?
You see they ask that kind of question. Me and your mama, we be like 5 and 6. I know your mama like the back of my palm. Me and the other men for our area that year. Fire down. Your mama. Professional.
Other men?
Customers now. You don't tell them the work what you do. So you eventually somebody to marry you for house. Now one for this life, see packaging.
Like in front of everybody, he just embarrassed Anishola.
Mom, what's he talking about now? Who is Juicy J? What's he saying?
It's true.
We're just shown what had happened, that Anishola had become Juicy J, how she was able to, everything that happened to her, and how she was able to now get herself together to become the woman that she is, to be this wonderful mother, this wealthy woman, this motivational speaker that everybody respected. So I don't want to reveal everything here. I like you guys to get the movie, to watch it and enjoy it. But I really like this movie. I really like this movie. Like, I believe, you see this movie, I Am Annie, this is a movie I think teenagers should watch, but teenagers should watch it with parental guidance, right? Because everything that Anishola was doing as a 17-year-old, this is normal behavior of most teenage girls. As a teenager, they believe that they are becoming adults, they believe they know what is up, they believe they know everything about life. And sometimes they now end up making mistakes, costly mistakes that they will continue to regret for the rest of their life. So I would recommend this movie, like I said, for teenagers to watch so that they could learn. But teenagers should watch it with parental guidance. And the story also shows a situation where a mother and child are both disappointed in each other as well. It can happen. Mother and child relationship, this kind of thing can happen. So I also like that this part was shown as well. Another thing again, I'll say I like about this movie is that this movie shows the importance of constant counseling teenagers constantly. That's the importance, because you see, at times when you're dealing with teenagers, I don't want to go personal, I don't want to go advising people, but when you're dealing with teenage children, sometimes it's not just telling them, this is good and this is bad. No, you have to constantly counsel them, because sometimes they can find themselves in situations that is quite confusing, quite new, situations that you have never told them about before. They can find themselves there. So you need to be open as a parent or as an adult to hear what they have to say so that you can counsel them as well. And I believe like Anishola's father in this case, like that's what he lacked. He was able to tell her good from bad, but he wasn't using counseling. So like that's what I like about this. That's what this story shows. Like if teenagers are not counseled regularly, they can make these kind of mistakes. And again, another thing was that Anishola's father was poor, right? He was just a struggling father, trying his best to give the best to his child. But she, as a teenager, she has never worked before. She doesn't know how easy it is to make money. She didn't appreciate what the father was offering her, and she got carried away with the trinkets and the whatnot that Bobby was buying her. And most of the time, that's how teenagers are lured. Both boys and girls. That's how teenage boys and girls are lured. Sometimes it's for fancy things that people give them. Right? We'll try our best. As parents, we should try our best to give our children the best at all times, and then to be able to explain to them if we can't afford the best, we should be able to explain to them why we can't afford it. We should be able to teach them contentment. We should be able to teach them discipline, so that when we cannot give them the best, they can understand and not go astray because we didn't give them the best, right? I don't want to talk too much. Let me end the review here, but like I just really love this movie. I will recommend it. I recommend that everybody gets it, watch it, and enjoy it. So that's that about this review. See you in the next one. Bye.